It's morphin' time! Hey everyone, Navic15 here, and we got a comic I've been waiting for a while, especially since it's something I've been wanting Boom Studios to do with the Power Rangers comics for a long time. So this is Power Rangers Prime, and this is basically following the trend of several successful new universe slash reboots that's been going on. Ultimate Marvel, Absolute DC, the Aaron John universe, all that stuff. And hey, if it works, it works. All these lines have been pretty good, and Power Rangers Prime has proven to be another one over this issue. It's brought to us by Melissa Flores, as Michael Yig, and Fabi Marquise. And yeah, this entire here's a weird analogy. Reading this comic was like chocolate cake for my eyeballs. But yeah, yeah, this comic's basically just a new jumping on point. No prior knowledge. You didn't need to read any of the over 100 issues of the previous Power Rangers series. It's a new story. Right, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff about this new universe that's been set up. So yeah, as we see in the story, a woman's being chased by these aliens, the Eltarans, which, if you remember, are from the original Power Rangers series. Eltar is like the original mentor of Zordon's homeworld. And we see from the Samuraiser, this woman is actually Lauren Iba, and that's something I actually noticed about Boom Studios writers. Is they really love using Lauren in these stories. Hey, she got shafted in her own TV show. Oh yeah, it seems like she's going to be playing a big part in this new universe alongside another character called Mark Zhao, and you might notice he has these weird little red marks. As we learn later on, he's actually half human, half Equation, and AKA he's those aliens from the planet Aquitar from Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. And that actually is something I really love about this comic. It doesn't just pull from the Mighty Morphin days. It pulls from a lot of Power Rangers lore throughout the entire history into its new universe. And as we learn throughout on a lecture at a university, the main change in this timeline compared to the regular Power Rangers universe was that Earth was invaded by the Beast Brigade back in the 1950s. They were overwhelmed, and we'll later even learn that even the Power Rangers were kind of worried enough to deter them. So Eltar basically colonized Earth, and we even learned from an Eltaran named June that Earth is Eltar's 205th colony. And right away, this book is really saying something about how people being colonized and stuff. Earth, as we know it in this past, is full of a bunch of alien refugees, which not includes half alien hybrids like Mark, but also others like Orion, which, yes, that Orion from Super Megaforce. Like I said, it's not just drawn from Mighty Morphin, it's drawn from all over. But yeah, from what it looks like, the Eltarans are the ruling, occupying force on Earth, and they seem to have outlawed all kinds of Power Rangers. But we'll get on to that. So yeah, aside from Laura and Marcus, is in June, we learn about June, and he definitely seems like he's going to be one of the more interesting characters in this run, because he's definitely has some Eltaran pride, but he also clearly, according to some dialogue from his friends, and he's been looking into Power Rangers, which are considered myths in this reality, which is complicating matters further, is that he's the son of Admiral Janessa, one of the leading Eltarans in charge of Earth. But we do see that even though this world doesn't have Power Rangers, it still has heroes in the VR Troopers, which, if you guys don't know about the VR Troopers, they are basically where Saban's take to... Saban basically wanted to recapture or the whole take a Japanese stock footage thing and make it to its own show. Oh, they did that with Super Sentai and Power Rangers, and VR Troopers was their attempt to try to do it with the Metal Hero series. So that's a really interesting thing. And yeah, we're actually introduced to the VR Troopers from news footage, which of them fighting mutants, which, based on how they look, I'm assuming these are like the mutants from like how like Rancic and his gang from Time Force. Again, drawing from all over the franchise. Hell, I'm pretty sure one of the college students that June was talking to was Ryan from Lightspeed Rescue. But it could just be a new Ryan. But then again, they are using characters like Laura and Orion. And yeah, Orion even. And we do know this is Orion from Super Mega Force, or at least this universe's version, because as he outright says, he's an Andrasian. And he's not a fan of the Eltar occupation, but hey, where else does he have to go? Oh, and yeah, after we get a brief little bit of tension where Mark is almost brought by some guards, but then he's bailed out by June, with June revealing that he saw Marcus take Laura into his apartment. All right, Laura gives a brief backstory about what her deal is. Is basically she's part of the Samurai Rangers that have existed since feudal Japan, and confirming the presence of the morphing grid in this reality. For generations, the Samurai Rangers and other teams of Rangers protected Earth from monsters, mutants, and evil. And this is actually one thing that's probably been made clear here. Michael Yigg's artwork is amazing. And it's definitely going for kind of an East meets West flair, or the character designs feel a little bit manga anime-esque, and it's only shown briefly, but I really like how he draws the Samurai Megazord in this panel. That's how the monsters designed. I get the feeling that when we get the full team and the Zords and stuff, it's gonna look really good. But yeah, Laura basically confirms what's been hinted throughout the issue. After the Beast Brigade invaded and the Rangers were forced to team up with the Eltarans, the Eltarans pushed the Beast Brigade back, and they decided to colonize Earth and realized they didn't like the Rangers, which, yeah, that is a bit of a reverse to the usual formula, considering Zordon of Eltar was the one who created the power, like the Mighty Morphin team. And yeah, we definitely see that Lord's family, which includes Jaden, and who in the regular Power Rangers continuity was the Red Samurai Ranger, are being hunted down. And Laura says she doesn't know left to run. As that wasn't enough, a certain object crashes from the moon. Something that looks a certain familiar looking canister or a space dumpster. And this woman and it wakes up on the tube, saying that after so many years, she's free. And yeah, kind of spoiler alert, but based on future covers, this is Rita Repulsa of the Power Rangers Prime universe. Person, here's my crazy theory about this. I'm thinking that maybe it at the very beginning of the issue, we get this monologue about heroes. It was about how if evil is redefined from order, progress, then what signifies good? But in what world does heroes come from? And we see a hand that's full of like various stained colors, and from those colors emerges, what's going to be the Prime Power Rangers, and silver hair, and yeah, this version of Rita also has that. So it would be kind of an interesting twist to have Rita be the one who forms this world's team of Power Rangers. But hey, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So yeah, Power Rangers Prime. This is a really exciting thing for me. If you're someone who has been waiting for any new Power Rangers content since the end of Power Rangers, I'm trying to remember what the last season was. But yeah, if you've been waiting on Power Rangers content for a long time, you owe it to yourself to pick up this issue. And hey, I might have fallen out on my promise to review every episode of Boom Boonger, but I plan on keeping up with Power Rangers Prime. And if you're excited for that, and be sure to hit the subscribe button, and so you always stay and hit the bell so you always know. So you always stay up to date when I review the next chapter. I'm personally giving Power Rangers Prime. I'm a 4 out of 5, and yeah, I'm gonna try to stay consistent at actually giving my scores or is at the end of these reviews. Hey, I'm still learning as I go. Oh, and obviously doing this while I'm on the road. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.